All right, so as you can see, I've got my cash envelopes on the left-hand side. And I also have some electronic envelopes because you know what? I don't want to have that much cash in the house. I also, you know what? The money that I have, I want it to work for me. So I put it into a high yield savings account. Well, maybe there's higher, but I basically went with Capital One. Capital One lets you have up to 15 savings accounts. It's paying right now 0.5% in interest, or, you know, the APY, whatever you want to call it. And so I figure I'm going to have all of my cash separated within those savings, and they're going to be my electronic envelopes. So I have here all the electronic envelopes that I have at the different accounts. The ones that are checkmarked are checkmarked because I have already put a little something in there for this month. It's not always going to be the same. It's always going to be different depending if I even have anything left over to put in there. But some of these as well, if you see the ones with the dollar amounts next to them, those are automatically going to be taken out once a month. So I kind of budgeted. I left this amount. I consider it a bill. So I just summed it all up and added it to my bills due down here. And I'm keeping that in one of my accounts, in my checking account, so that once a month, these amounts with the dollars are going to be automatically withdrawn and going into their appropriate electronic envelope. It's going to be once a month, considering it a bill, so that way I'm not tempted to take anything out, which leads me to my little box here. I have had, like I said, my kids' money in here for their university. So if you can see, I have separated for my daughter, and she has $4,000 in cash, as well as my son has 1, 2, 3. So I have a total of $7,000 here. I could have been earning, even if it's just small change this entire time, but it hasn't been. It's just been sitting in this box, getting stored away year after year after year after year. So yeah, maybe it would have not been much, but it would have been something, at least for a lollipop, who knows. Maybe a burger, maybe a boiga somewhere. But my point is, I'm taking this, I'm putting it into the bank. This is going to the bank. Do I have any money to go to the bank in here? Bank run? No, I don't. Okay, so good. So this is all going to go to the bank. It's getting put away. It's going to go to its designated envelope, which is one for my daughter and one for my son. I'm not going to keep that hanging around here anymore. And maybe I'm going to get those 1K slips just so I can have the satisfaction of, you know, feeling out that I'm actually accumulating something for them. So that's it for this box holding all that cash. I'm still going to continue, however, putting in, I guess, from whatever I have left here, if I have left over, then I'll start putting it in here, you know, for the car. If I don't spend all the money for gas, I can put it in here and save it towards the car. Any little extra, I can just put it in here. As well as my kids. So my kids, I'm trying to save their $1,000, which is why I'm doing the $84 a month, and hopefully by the full year they'll have $1,000, which I can put away. I'm saving $1,000 each year for my kids until they turn 18. So I'll be putting this in this envelope as, you know, as it starts accumulating and I start swapping out the bills, as well as my goal getter $10,000 challenge. So $27.40 a day should get me 10K by the end of the year, and I'm going to be putting that in here as well. It's a larger amount. Maybe I should have that in the bank, but as of right now, I'm not going to. I'm going to try to save that 10K, keep it in here, and then at that point, I'll decide which account to put it in, depending where I'm at financially. Maybe take a very, very small amount to pay off debt, but this is definitely going to be a keeper. They say it's recommended that you have a 6-month emergency fund, but we all know, as we can see from this pandemic, 6 months might just not be enough. And we don't want to get stuck in that situation, God willing. And God bless those people that are in the situation. He does take care of us. But also it's good to try and take care of ourselves, because He's providing the means too. And who knows? This means maybe to help. These saved means maybe to help someone else. You never know where it will go. But it's good to have. And I'm going to roll with it. Plus, I can't wait till I get that 10K in my hand. Whew, I'm going to fan it out like that. Okay. Thank you guys for watching. And let's do this. Turn this paycheck into a playcheck.